In 2001, Dražen Prelec and Duncan Semester conducted a couple of experiments to ask a very simple question. Does the use of a credit card increase spending? In their paper, the idea was to test the notion that the willingness to pay increases when people pay using a credit card rather than using cash. The paper presented two studies of which we'll focus on one. This was a lab experiment in which participants made choices that had real consequences. Participants were 64 MBA students, and the experiment used a single-factor design in which there were two levels. The factor was the payment mechanism used, and participants were put in either the credit card condition or the cash condition. Now, the procedure of this experiment was fairly simple. Participants were given a chance to purchase a ticket for a sporting event in an auction setting. And in fact, they were asked to write down the reservation prices or the prices they would like to bid for three items. The first item was a pair of tickets for the Boston Celtics Miami game. The second item was a pair of tickets for the Red Sox Toronto game. And the third item was a consolation prize that had one Celtics banner and one Red Sox banner. The rule that was used to determine the winner was as follows. The auction followed something called a second prize sealed bid auction, in which the prize is given to the person who wrote down the highest value, but it is sold at a price equaling the second highest stated value. Now, in the credit card condition, participants were told that the payment would be made by credit card, and they were asked to write down their credit card details, the card type, the expiration date, and so on and so forth, much as they would need to do if they ordered any product or service using a credit card. In the cash condition, participants were told that they would actually pay by cash. They had access to an ATM, and therefore liquidity was not an issue. The data analysis technique was simply a comparison of means of the two groups, the credit card and the cash group, and the results were as follows. In this graph here, the gray bars represent the average of participants who were in the cash condition, whereas the red bars represent the average for people who were in the credit card condition. Now, for the three prizes, the tickets for the Celtics game, the Red Sox game, as well as the banners, you will see that the red bars are always greater or taller than the gray bars. However, it turns out that the difference between the two bars is significant for the Celtics ticket, for the Red Sox ticket, but not for the banners. And that's represented by the t-values here. Remember, we said that the test statistic can be converted into something called a p-score. In most experimental analysis, a p less than 5% suggests that the difference is statistically significant. If p exceeds 5% or 0.05, then in fact, the differences between the two conditions are not statistically significant or not different from each other. So what did this experiment show? Using a simple two-condition design, Prelec and Semester were able to show that purchasing a product with a credit card rather than cash increased the amount of money that people are willing to pay. And as you can see, those numbers, the premium that people were willing to pay, were about 113% for the Celtics tickets, 76% for the Red Sox tickets, and 59% for the banners, although again, this difference was not significant.